to create more skilled birth attendants. We're working, a lot of the images that you're seeing today are from our safe birth giving partner, Brock in Bangladesh. And I mean, it warms your heart to think about not only are you helping the mother, you're helping the baby, you're also providing education. And that really is impacting a whole community.
You bet it is. So we have a couple of quick specials that you will not believe. Beautiful metallic crochet slip-on. We sold it for $59. Okay, I have 400. That is it. They are marked down to $39.95. And I remember when we presented this, it's in the gold or it's available in the silver. They absolutely flew. This is one of our more popular ones that we have ever offered, and still in the traditional style.
Yeah, definitely. And our designers are always looking for more ways to take the classic alpargata, which we know that you love, and elevate it, make it more fun, add more style, more pizzazz. And a sparkly glitter has, a classic alpargata has been a bestseller from the early days when we had our first glitter alpargata, and our designers have continued to give you more elevated ways to wear it. So this is glitter and lace, so fun for fall. Also a great pair of shoes if you're going to an event, maybe you're going to a wedding or an event and you're wearing a different pair of shoes, but maybe you want to feel a little bit more comfortable later and dance it up on the dance floor. This is a perfect pair of shoes to put in your bag.
Weren't you married in TOMS?
I was married in TOMS. A lot of people choose TOMS for their big day.
Yeah, because I thought, how beautiful, right?
Definitely.
You could definitely wear the silver or obviously even the gold tone. So very limited quantity, but $39.95. It's an opportunity also we do not get to very often here at HSN to offer you special pricing on TOMS. And here, the same amount of comfort inside. And by the way, the lace is on the outside, but fabric covered, so it's so comfortable. I mean, footbed that is completely removable. Look at how spectacular those look on. You even have the extra additional cushion right around the instep, the free shipping, the 4Flex 5 on your HSN card. A really great treaded rubber sole on the outside as well of the shoe. So you're getting like that. You have the great traction underneath this one as well. So just an amazing style for everyone. And just another one of those quick surprise opportunities to come into the world of TOMS in our classic and just really reap the benefits of phenomenal, phenomenal value today. And they definitely run true to size.
That's very true, especially with the classics. Yep.
Okay, so definitely stay there. And we have one final shoe that we're going to present for everyone. And you know what? I think we should hear from Blake again before we do.
Always.
All right, here we go.
I was on a farm in Argentina and I met a lot of children and noticed that they did not have shoes. But instead of starting a charity and collecting donations,